Most of the times we neglect our health, focusing on hustle, hustle, hustle. And so, welcome to My Health and I on Sonia Sunday TV. My name is Pharmacist Konyefa Felix, and today we'll be talking about hypertension. Hypertension is a silent killer, meaning that it doesn't have symptoms, and you might likely be hypertensive and not know that you're hypertensive. And so, that's why we want to talk to you about your health. That's why I want to talk to you about hypertension. So, what is hypertension? Hypertension is simply the force of the blood that pushes through your arteries. Arteries are like the pipe that carry blood to your heart and then back. Do you get so? If this pressure is on the high side, then that causes the hypertension. But there are normal readings that you're supposed to follow, meaning that um, there is a normal reading. If you have a BP of 120 over 80, it is termed as very okay. But if you have a BP above that, then there is need for concern. Please also note that according to GNC 8, which is the normal grading pattern of hypertension, if your BP is up to 140 over 90 and you have other disease conditions attached to your hypertension, that's if you're hypertensive and you also have maybe diabetes or maybe ulcer, or maybe you had stroke before or something, and your BP is 140 over 90, it can also be termed as a good BP. That's your BP is also okay at that point, but it's only for Africans, and that's why we're talking to you about it now. Well, yeah, basically the causes of hypertension, most of them are genetic. Genetic meaning that if your father, your uncle, your auntie, your grandfather, or even your father's side chick. I'm just joking though. But if your father has BP, or your mom has BP, or your grandfather or your grandparents have BP, there's every possibility that you might likely be hypertensive as well. But also, if stress is another one of them, most of us just also morning to night. We honestly don't care, even when the body is trying to give you one small signal that you're not feeling too well, you're still pushing and pushing and pushing, and that can also, restlessness and stress can also lead to BP. Then third one is unhealthy lifestyle. I know a lot of you you eat everything and anything, and high intake of salt can also cause blood pressure, and also unhealthy lifestyle, no exercise, you eat junk almost all the time, you don't have time to detox, you don't even do exercise, sedentary lifestyle, you're always sitting at one spot, and that's where you sit until probably 8, 9, 10 hours and all of that. So all of this can also cause. But then hypertension is called silent killer because it doesn't have symptoms, meaning that you might likely have it and you don't know. And that's why if you don't treat it properly, if you don't manage it on time, hypertension can actually lead to so many other disease conditions. Know your readings, check your BP. Nobody is too small to be hypertensive, nobody is too old to be hypertensive. In fact, even pregnant women who were not hypertensive become hypertensive when they become pregnant for some persons. So it is common, and you need to check your readings, know your readings, know them. Just know that if your BP is within 120 over 80, you're perfectly okay. If it's a little bit below that, it's also okay. If it's a little bit above that, it's also okay. What you need is rest at that point. And also, please note that nobody is going to cure hypertension for you with a particular medication, except God, and the God you serve decides to cure you, meaning that hypertension, if you're hypertensive, it is not curable, it is manageable. And so, yes, for some persons, the symptoms will probably just urinate for a long time. Some other persons, they have slight headache. For some other persons, they don't have any symptom at all, and then boom, you just say so. The best thing is do exercise once in a while, then check your salt intake. And also, if you have history of people who have hypertension in your family, it is best that you need to manage yourself from the beginning. It's not a must that you must have BP because your father have, or your mom used to have BP. But what we are saying is that if you don't take care of yourself now, you might likely have the same BP. But what we are saying, in essence, is your health and I is here to support and also give you health informations. Please note that if you don't take care of your BP properly, you might likely have stroke, kidney issues, a lot, heart failure, and all of that. So hypertension is real. It's not a spiritual case. It's not something of God forbid. We know God forbid, but we are going to be bringing these informations to you so that you can live healthy. Please watch out for our next video. Thank you.